Hi guys, and welcome back to another Easter Crafts video. My name is Jack and this is Lauren. We're from the East Riding of Yorkshire Council Health and Wellbeing team. This video is going to be based around making tissue paper flowers. Okay, so what you're going to need for that is a pair of scissors, tissue paper, a ruler, pipe cleaner, and a little reel of thread. So I'll pass you over to Lauren now. And we'll
Hi everyone, we're going to start off with making our tissue paper flowers. You're going to need about 8 layers of tissue paper for this sort of size of flower. Okay. If you want any bigger flowers, then you're going to need more sheets of tissue paper in order to make it look fuller. If you're making a smaller size flower, then you'll need less sheets and so on. So for this size, you're going to need to measure out about 14 centimetres of your tissue paper. So I've just measured out on here. Okay. Now I've layered mine up already just to make it easier for cutting, and then I just mark on one. Okay. So just like that, and I've marked it out on there. However, if you wanted, you could just get it all out of one sheet of paper, depending on what works best for you. And if you want to take out that measuring step, luckily you can also buy some pre-cut pieces of tissue paper. Okay, so to make your tissue paper flower, we're going to start by folding our tissue paper in half, okay, and then just bring it back on itself, half of it there, so just fold that back in half again, okay, and then in half again. Okay, now we're going to do the same on the other side, so turned it over, going to fold back on itself, give it a nice squidge down, and then again. Okay, so we've now got our folds here. Okay, what I find best to do at this point is just to fold in half, just to give us a little bit of a guideline, because that'll help us later on. Okay, and then just fold back out. Okay, then you want to take some string, just a bit longer, and cut it. Okay, and then all you're going to do is place this on your guide centre line in the middle. And then just wrap it around a few times. Now, lots of people do it where you just put the pipe cleaner on straight away. However, I find this gives a bit of a tighter pull on your tissue paper, and I find it works a little bit better for me. But maybe you might just find using the pipe cleaner okay for you. All right. So just going to tie this together again, just using a shoelace knot. Like so. Now, what I didn't check before now is that all my edges were in fact open. You need to make sure, as you can see at the moment, these are all closed edges and that's not going to pull apart. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that that's set up right. When I was first learning these, this took me a little bit just to get the trick off, otherwise it doesn't unfold when it's all together. Okay. So you just need to make sure that you've got your concertina ready, so just fold back on itself, so turn over like so. If you feel confident enough, you might just want to start from the concertina at the beginning anyway, rather than folding it in half, but sometimes folding it in half just helps you with those guidelines of where to fold your tissue paper. Okay, I'll just go back. So now you can see that we've got an edge here and an edge here. It's open at those ends, which is brilliant. Okay, so you're just going to leave a bit of an edge. Wrap your thread or your string around the middle. And then just tie your shoelace knot. Won't be a moment. This can be a little bit fiddly, so you may want somebody to hold it in the middle while you do it for you, just to make it a little bit easier on your fingers. And do the same again. Now for this bit, you can create the edge of your flower that you like. Now as you can see here in my flowers, this one has a rounded edge here, and this one has a triangular edge. Okay, and you can choose to do that with any sort of edge, but we're going to do that now. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to create a triangular edge, and all you need to do is along this open edge here, cut into a pointed shape with the scissors. Although my scissors do not seem to be cutting through the tissue paper, so it may end up slightly more rounded than I'd hoped for. Okay, and you're going to do that on both sides. Okay, I'm just going to show you the one side for now, and then just pull back open a little bit, just to spread out a little bit. Okay, and then all you're going to do here is you're going to start teasing each layer of tissue paper away from each other. Now as you can see, there is a slight rip, but that won't be noticeable when it gets to the full flower. So as long as you're careful and not ripping the full entire sheet, it will still work. Alright, so don't worry about that. Okay, so you're just going to pull up, and this is also why we said we didn't want close ends here, because then you would not be able to pull up your bits of tissue paper. Alright, so I'm just going to put that to the side. As you can see, I've already got started on this one here. Alright, so you're just going to keep on pulling. Up here. Nearly there. Okay. Now, as you can see at this point, we've still got this side left to do. However, I find it's easiest to place our pipe cleaner in at this point, where you can get to all sections of your flower. So for this bit, all you need to do is pop it around. Okay. Maybe just put it up a bit further. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see that here, and all, just to secure it, you're just going to twist the pipe cleaner around itself, just to give a bit more tighter security. Okay. And just do it all the way down. Just be careful of the end, make sure it's not too sharp there. Okay, and then all you're going to do again, that might need a just round, let's just pull back out. Oops. And then you're going to tease out those tissue papers again. Now it can be a bit tricky to get hold of, so you may just need good lighting, which will help you to see those layers of tissue paper. You may even want to do it with different colours of tissue paper, so you may want to do like green, then orange, green and orange layers, and that will help you then see those layers. Also might have a nice effect on your flower as well, but you can really do anything that you wish with that. Okay, so just keep going and it'll tease out and you'll get a nice full effect on your tissue paper flower. Okay. Okay, you just pull in slightly. It's not a rip, it's not anything, it's just a light pull apart. It's just finding those edges, which can be a little tricky. Okay. And if you're creating roses, for example, as part of your flower arrangement, these are really good filling flowers that help your vase look fuller. Okay, and you've got 3 different types of tissue paper flowers there. Enjoy.